Coach, you come to bat trailing a couple of times lately, but one thing you notice about this team, once they get a lead, they have a knack for extending it and getting out where they don't have to let that other team fool around.
Well, that's a great quality for a team to have is, you got a chance to put somebody away, you need to do it. And because who knows when your opportunities are going to come. And we talked about that in the preseason that, one of the trademarks of what we want our team to be is when you have a lead, you have to extend it and put somebody away, especially, when you're at home, and it's obviously more difficult to do on the road. But, tonight showed the depth and the balance of this lineup, and just really proud of so many guys. And but Doug, that's gonna be important moving forward. It might be in league play that you have a 2-run lead and you need to extend it to 4, right? Because the other team is highly qualified and they're not going to go away. So, we're learning that a little bit in the early part of this season.
Brendan? Yeah, just with how long you've known them, what does it say about your relationship with A&T and his family that just wanted to follow you here, and just how's it been having fun?
Well, I'd first say that I've had a long relationship over many years with the Teal family, and obviously Aiden's older brother Kyle played for me for 3 years at Virginia, and we recruited Aiden, and it's a strong baseball family. The dad played pro ball, and when I made this decision to come to Virginia, or come from Virginia to Mississippi State, Aiden knew rather quickly that this is what he wanted to do. The guy's a fighter. I know maybe he hasn't started the season out up to his own expectations, but he's a high quality player. He had over 25 extra base hits last year and plays a great center field. And it's a terrific family that believes in what we do, and I believe in him.
Steve?
Coach, this was expected to be a bit of a test for you guys. And you even said on Sunday you couldn't overlook this team, and then you come out perhaps your most dominant performance to date. What do you think that says about the team as you get ready to gear up this weekend for some serious competition?
Well, somebody had told me that a couple of years ago they had come here to Starkville and won 2 games on a Tuesday and Wednesday in the middle of the week, and that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that ball club won 45 games last year in college baseball. That's really, really hard to do. There's not many teams that do that. So I challenged our guys to be yesterday after an off day, which always scares you, right? That you don't get a chance to look them in the eye and you don't get a chance to practice. How are they going to show up? And they showed some maturity today by being ready to go from the start to the finish. And that's a great sign. And again, I have a lot of respect for that club and the other dugout. I know what that coach has done there in a short period of time, and they'll win a lot of games this year. But I think it showed the kind of quality of the ball club that we have, and really what they're made of. That they come ready to play today. That they're not looking past today for what's on the horizon this weekend.
Robbie?
A couple of things real quick. Do you know anything on William just yet?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something to do with his hamstring or his knee. Our doctors will look at him. It's not his knee that he had surgically repaired last year or so. I don't know anything more than that. Our people will look at him. They're obviously great here, and will determine, is this something that's just short, and is it a fluke thing, or what are we dealing with?
And also offensively, I asked you the other day about narrowing things down. You wanted to get it down a little bit. Seems like it's getting harder. And you had 17 guys come in there.
Yeah.
James comes off the bench and hits a home run. Everybody seems to be producing.
Yeah.
How difficult is this?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way. You guys have heard me say this before. I get to make these decisions, and I get excited every morning to get up to make it. Okay, who's in that lineup? What are the best matchups for us on that given day to give us the best chance? And So it's the lineup we went with tonight by leading off with Drew Wires against a left-handed starter, and having Blake Beavis in there and whatnot, and Sean James catching against a left-handed starting pitcher. We'll see what Friday brings us, but you love what you have at your disposal. And listen, we're 9 games in, and every guy is putting the team first. And I told them all before the season started. That doesn't play the first 4 games, and he's had some opportunities and done a nice job. And so I don't know when it'll be narrowed down for sure, but I like what we have at our disposal right now.
You got time for a couple more, Sam and then Danny. What are you just seeing in that aspect, or what's kind of you're looking to address in that way?
I'm seeing aggressiveness, and it's hard, as a coach, when you see guys pushing and trying to be aggressive. But we just have to play a little bit smarter or more intelligent base running. So that particular play tonight, Noah Sullivan, the throw was over the relay guy's head, right? So he's thinking that because of that, he can beat it there. The problem is he hit the ball so hard and it got to the outfielder so hard, he's not far enough in his turn to be able to do that. So I talked to him about in the dugout, and I look at these as all learning lessons that we need to start applying and improving on. Some of the guys that we've had thrown out at second base on dirt balls, they're what we call a dirt ball read, and it's just not the right read right now, but it's aggressive, right? And so I think you'll see our style is going to be, we're gonna push it, and some of those plays can't happen, but we're gonna steal bases, right? We're gonna go first movement on a left-handed pitcher and try to get a guy into scoring position. But there's certainly has been 5 or 6 in these 9 ball games that cannot happen. But at least they're aggressive. They're not tentative. We just got to pull the reins back a little bit and play a little bit smarter baseball.
Dan?
I know you didn't anticipate going to Billingsley that early, but just talk about the job he did once he got in there.
Yeah, well, Coach Parker and I talked, as we talk every morning, the day of a game, about what we have, what do we like, what are certain matchups and things like that. And we were absolutely, no matter what the situation was, going to get Chris Billingsley into the game because we like him. We think that he can really do a good job for us. And he didn't pitch up to his capability last time, and today he did, right? And proud of him. These guys, I talk to these guys all the time about, in this game, you better have a short memory. Okay, there's going to be enough written about you out there, good or bad, right? And you've got to be able to handle it. But to have success in this game, you need to have a short memory and be ready for the next opportunity. And so, good lesson for him on a bounce back from his last outing.